What's going on, everyone? We are 5 months away from Spider-Man. Brand new day hitting theaters on July 31st, 2026, and the leaks are absolutely insane. From leaked trailers to merchandise reveals, wild plot rumors, and casting confirmations, we now have a pretty clear picture of what Tom Holland's fourth solo Spider-Man movie is going to look like. And let me tell you, this is not the friendly neighborhood Spider-Man movie some fans were expecting. We're talking street-level gang wars, body horror transformations, the Punisher pointing guns at Peter, the Hulk going savage, and potentially the MCU debut of Jean Grey. It's wild. Today, I'm breaking down every major leak that's come out about Brand New Day, separating fact from fiction, and explaining what all of this means for Peter Parker's future in the MCU. Let's get into it. Let's start with what we know for sure from official sources and merchandise leaks. According to the official plot synopsis that leaked through merchandising outlets, Spider-Man Brand New Day picks up after the events of Avengers Doomsday. Peter Parker is trying to lead a normal life and focus on college while staying true to his promise to leave Spider-Man behind. But when a new threat endangers his friends, he must break that promise and suit up again, teaming with an unexpected ally to protect those he loves. Now here's the first big reveal. The movie features a confirmed time jump. Multiple sources, including Screen Rant, have reported that Brand New Day takes place several years after No Way Home. Peter is now in college, not high school. He's older, more isolated, and has been living completely alone since Doctor Strange's spell erased everyone's memory of him. Director Destin Daniel Cretton described the film as having a major tonal shift and being darker than the previous trilogy. Tom Holland himself said in the behind-the-scenes video released in December, "Putting the suit on, it feels different this time somehow." That's not just marketing speak. The leaks suggest Peter is fundamentally different in this film, and not in a good way. Okay, this is the leak that has sent the fandom into absolute chaos. Sadie Sink's mystery role. When Sadie Sink was announced for Brand New Day back in late 2025, Marvel and Sony refused to say who she's playing. The secrecy has been intense. Rumors have suggested she could be playing Mayday Parker, Peter's future daughter, Gwen Stacy, the villain Shathra, or even Valeria Richards, but the most persistent and compelling leak? Jean Grey. Industry insider Jeff Snyder first reported months before Sink's casting that she was being eyed to play Jean Grey in the MCU's X-Men reboot. When Brand New Day was announced, everyone assumed wires had been crossed somewhere. But then Deadline mentioned in their report that Sink might still be playing Jean after all. And then Scooper Josh from Den of Nerds doubled down saying, "Marvel has gone through great trouble to hide this Jean thing. I can't say more, but they are locked down on this." He also pointed out that Jeff Snyder reported Harris Dickinson was being looked at for Cyclops, and within weeks, Daniel RPK mentioned Marvel was looking for a Harris Dickinson type for Brand New Day. The implication, Cyclops might also appear. Now, introducing an X-Men character in a Spider-Man movie seems random unless you consider the context. Brand New Day comes out in July 2026, and Avengers Doomsday comes out in December 2026. If Doomsday is collapsing the multiverse and bringing in the X-Men, then Brand New Day, introducing Jean Grey as a street-level mutant, makes perfect sense as setup. The leaked plot suggests Jean helps Peter mentally when his powers spiral out of control, using her telepathic abilities to anchor him. This would also explain why she's in New York dealing with street crime. Maybe she's a young mutant who hasn't met the X-Men yet. Now let's talk about the villains, because the leaked merchandise has revealed almost the entire Rogues gallery. In mid-February 2026, promo art from a Brazilian clothing website called Piticus leaked online, showing 4 confirmed villains: Scorpion, Tombstone, Boomerang, and Tarantula. Let me break down each one. Scorpion, Michael Mando, is reprising his role as Mac Gargan from Spider-Man Homecoming. Remember the mid-credits scene where Vulture refused to give up Spider-Man's identity? Gargan has been waiting years for payback. The leaked art shows Scorpion with a mechanical tail and suit, though fans have been debating whether the design is comic accurate enough. Some are upset he's not wearing the classic helmet and visor, but the suit overall looks pretty faithful to the comics. Tombstone. This is the big one. Marvin Jones III is playing Lonnie Lincoln, also known as Tombstone, and according to multiple leaks, he's the main villain of the film. Jones actually voiced Tombstone in Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, so this is perfect metacasting. The leaked promo art shows Tombstone holding Spider-Man aloft in a direct recreation of the cover of the Spectacular Spider-Man number 142 from 1988. This suggests Tombstone is running a criminal empire in New York, and Spider-Man is caught in the middle of a gang war. Boomerang, Tom Holland's real-life brother, Harry Holland, is rumored to be playing Fred Myers, aka Boomerang. The leaked art shows him in a 100% comic-accurate suit with the mask from Nick Spencer's Superior Foes of Spider-Man run. This is exciting for fans because Superior Foes was all about B-list villains, and Boomerang is peak B-list. Tarantula. This character hasn't been officially announced yet, but the leaked art clearly shows him. There are actually 5 different tarantulas in Marvel Comics, but based on the design, this looks like the classic version. Interestingly, there's speculation that Tarantula might transform into his monstrous form at some point, which could tie into the bigger body horror themes of the film. And then there's the wild card villains that haven't been visually confirmed yet, but are heavily rumored, Mr. Negative and Rhino. Some leaks suggest Mr. Negative will be using his powers to flip Bruce Banner from Smart Hulk back to Savage Hulk, which would explain why the Hulk is so aggressive in this movie. Now we get to the wildest and most controversial leak, the Man-Spider transformation. A detailed plot leak that surfaced in December 2025 on Reddit claims that Peter's powers begin to mutate and spiral out of control. According to this leak, the stress and trauma Peter has experienced, living completely alone, forgotten by everyone, dealing with the aftermath of Doomsday, causes his spider genetics to destabilize. The leak describes Peter's webs becoming organic instead of mechanical. His behavior changes. He becomes more aggressive and animalistic, and eventually, his body starts transforming into a cocoon of webbing, leading to a full mutation into Man-Spider, the monstrous spider creature from the comics. Now, this sounds absolutely insane, and many fans think this leak is fake, but here's why it might be real. Industry insider John Campea also reported that Brand New Day centers on Peter's spider-based genetics spiraling out of control, forcing him into a race against time to stop himself before the condition becomes irreversible. The leaked plot claims that Bruce Banner is brought in as the only person who can help, given his experience with gamma mutation, but Banner's stress triggers his own transformation into Grey Hulk, creating a dual body horror storyline where both Peter and Bruce are losing control of their bodies. The climax supposedly involves Jean Grey using her telepathic powers to help Peter realize that he can't only be Spider-Man, but the human side is just as important. Once he realizes that, he turns back to normal, and Bruce finishes creating an antidote to stabilize Peter's mutation fully. If this leak is true, it would explain the Brand New Day title perfectly. Peter isn't just getting a fresh start, he's literally being reborn after a horrific transformation nearly destroyed him. So what about Peter's friends from the previous trilogy? Zendaya is confirmed to return as MJ, and Jacob Batalon confirmed on TikTok in January 2026 that he's reprising his role as Ned Leeds. But here's the heartbreaking part. They still don't remember Peter. The spell from No Way Home is still in effect. According to the leaks, MJ has moved on and is now dating Harry Osborn. Yes, you read that right. Multiple sources suggest that actor Emin Esfandi from Ahsoka is playing Harry Osborn in Brand New Day. Joe Keery has also been heavily rumored for the role, though he's been coy about it in interviews, saying, "Come on, where's the script? Let's go." Peter watching MJ date someone else, potentially his best friend Harry, while she has no memory of their relationship, that's devastating. It's the ultimate consequence of the No Way Home spell. Ned is also rumored to have a role, though smaller. Some leaks suggest he might be working with or for one of the villains, possibly unknowingly. And then there's Florence Pugh's Yelena Belova, who's expected to have a cameo after her appearance in Thunderbolts. Her connection to the plot is unclear, but given her assassin background, she might be involved in the gang war storyline. Finally, let's talk about the leaked post-credits scene, because if this is real, it sets up massive things for the future. According to the Reddit plot leak, the mid- or post-credits scene shows Tombstone purchasing a sample of the Venom symbiote, and he intends to bond it with McGargan, the Scorpion. This would create the MCU's version of Venom Scorpion, a terrifying combination that's appeared in the comics. It's also a perfect setup for Spider-Man 5 or Avengers: Secret Wars, where Peter would have to face a powered-up Scorpion with all of Venom's abilities, plus the Scorpion's enhanced strength and tail. The leak suggests this sets up a larger symbiote saga moving forward in the MCU, especially after the events of Venom, The Last Dance, and the symbiote sample that was left behind in the MCU during the No Way Home mid-credits scene. So there you have it. Every major Spider-Man Brand New Day leak explained. To recap, the movie takes place after Doomsday with a time jump. Peter is in college and isolated. The villains are Tombstone, Scorpion, Boomerang, Tarantula, Mr. Negative, and possibly Rhino. The Punisher and Grey Hulk show up as antagonistic forces. Sadie Sink is most likely playing Jean Grey. Peter's powers might mutate into Man-Spider. MJ is dating Harry Osborn. and the post-credits scene sets up Venom Scorpion. This movie is going dark, and I am here for it. July 31st cannot come soon enough. What do you think about these leaks? Are you excited or worried? Let me know in the comments. Like the video, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.